defendant was sentenced by this court back on December 3rd, 2013, as a result of being found guilty of possession of heroin, felony of the 5th degree. The sentence was to a 3-year non-residential community control sanction. It's now alleged that the defendant has violated the conditions of community control, specifically the condition that states he will not possess, use, or control any narcotic, drug, or other controlled substance without a valid prescription. Mr. Brejcha, have you received a copy of the petition alleging that you violated the conditions of a community control sanction?
I have, Your Honor.
Do you understand the charge?
I do.
You are entitled to be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford counsel, we will appoint the public defender to represent you. Can you afford counsel?
No, sir.
And the public defender is appointed and the application fee is waived. You do have the right to have counsel cross-examine any witnesses who testify against you. You have the right to present evidence. There are 2 parts to a hearing to determine if there's been a violation of community control. One part is a probable cause hearing to determine is there a reason to believe that you may have violated the conditions of community control. Ms. Gargiulo, do we need a probable cause hearing?
No, we don't, but I would ask that my client be taken out of his handcuffs. There hasn't been any allegations that he was going to be a threat to himself or anybody in the courtroom with 4 uniformed officers. Like, he's not going to be doing anything.
And we'll leave him in the cuffs, thanks.
No, Mr. Brejcha will admit that there is probable cause that he violated community control with regard to the 3rd allegation in the petition.
And do we need an evidentiary hearing to determine if there has been a violation?
Not for the 3rd violation, Your Honor.
Okay.
He will admit the 3rd violation.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Brejcha? You are admitting you violated your community control sanction in that you did have in your possession or that you used a controlled substance?
Yes, sir.
Then I find that you are in violation. I am going to sentence you to a residential sanction of 6 months in the Geauga County Safety Center. That will be part of your 3-year community control sanction. If you violate any of the conditions, and the added condition is that you will comply with all the regulations in the jail, you can't leave the state without the court's permission. You will obey the rules and regulations of community control and ISP. You are still not to possess or consume any controlled substances or alcoholic beverages unless you have a valid prescription. You are not to frequent any bars, taverns, any establishment whose primary source of income is the sale of alcoholic beverages. All that being said, if you violate any of those, the court can impose a 12-month prison sentence with credit for time served. Any questions?
No, sir.
Ms. Gargiulo, anything more?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown?
Or just for the record, there's 1 day credit.
Okay. 2 days, there would be 1 day credit for time served. Okay, thank you.
All right.